As many of you know, the Tesla Cybertruck will be revealed, or launched, I should say, by the end of this year. There's going to be a few getting around, probably a whole lot of them getting around in 2024. That's not far away. There are some really cool things about the Cybertruck that other vehicles don't have. I think haven't really thought through. This is, without question in my view, the best designed pickup truck in the history of pickup trucks. And there's some really good reasons for that. But let's have a look at the best interior features of the Cybertruck. There's some features that you might not know give it a big advantage over its direct competitors. And I mean a really significant big advantage. In fact, they might be key reasons for you to choose a Cybertruck versus something else. Full disclosure here, I did order a Cybertruck within, I don't know what it was, 20 or 30 minutes of the reveal many years ago. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking, great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers, welcome back everyone else. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for your support this year. It's just been incredible. Patreon supporters, really appreciate everything you do. I'll have a new update video coming soon. I've just completed that on the best stocks that I think people should invest in this year, why I think people should invest in them, and what I think the future of, well, the world is when it comes to money. When I'm talking money, I mean, when it comes to making billions, I mean, making a lot of money, investing a little. Now, for example, how much would you have if you invested in Tesla 5 years ago? Let's say you invested $1 million in Tesla 5 years ago. Yeah, you can see my point. You'd have a lot of money. Here are the coolest features of the Cybertruck's interior. And the first one is its minimalist design. I think the interior design of most pickup trucks looks horrendous. Buttons everywhere, just really old school. Yeah, some of them had big improvements in the last 12 months, 18 months. Still, I really love the interior design of the Cybertruck. The angular industrial design of the Cybertruck's exterior is really unlike any vehicle ever made. Not that I can think of anyway. Can you think of anything similar? I can't. Let me know if you can in the comments. Now, many people are wondering what the interior would look like, and it looks in some ways similar to the exterior, but in a way, a little bit nicer, a little bit more polished. The Cybertruck's minimalist interior shares much of its design language with the production Model 3, S, X, and Y, with a simplistic layout, and the vast majority of its controls are accessible through the central touchscreen, but there are, of course, buttons on the steering wheel that can enable you to access a lot of features. I think the interior design, though, is better than any of Tesla's current vehicles. That's my take. Let me know your thoughts. The ethos of omitting traditional buttons and dials and replacing them with touch screen functions is one that was originally popularized by Tesla, but has become an increasingly common sight on modern cars. All right, one of the things that makes the interior space in this car it looks so spacious, so big, which it actually is that it has a panoramic glass roof that covers more of the car than in other vehicles that I've seen. This gives more interior space and also more light. The glass roof is a standard feature on Tesla cars already, of course. It's one of the coolest innovations that Tesla have come up with, in my opinion, because it frees up more space. The Cybertruck will keep the glass roof seen in the original concept, although it's not been confirmed yet whether you can choose a metal roof as an option. I'm going to say probably not. Now, it could be, people are saying, one of the reasons that some people might not want to buy this car. They're thinking, well, if I crack the roof because I put some, something over the top of the roof and I crack it, could be expensive to repair. How much does it cost to repair? Well, a Model X owner paid $2,300 to repair his roof. However, the glass on the Cybertruck will be very different to the glass being used on the Model X. In fact, it should be much stronger. What about a Model Y? Well, it costs $1,600 to replace the glass on a Model Y, which seems remarkably cheap to me. But regardless, the fact that it'll have stronger glass means it's unlikely you're going to need to. Okay, next big feature that I love is the steering wheel. Yeah, the yoke has been, what does everyone say? The yoke is a joke, that kind of stuff. Now you don't have to get the yoke. You can choose between a yoke and a normal steering wheel on the Model X and the Model S. But this steering wheel here, in my opinion, looks better than any steering wheel in maybe any car that I've seen, other than, say, race cars, performance, supercars, that kind of thing. It actually looks a little bit like a supercar steering wheel. Very nice. In comparison to Tesla's current steering wheels, it's a pretty big upgrade. It's got a massive central touchscreen. In fact, the screen is meant to be 17 inches in size for all models, not just the more expensive models, but a lot of cars, if you pay for the cheaper model, you get a really small screen, not in the Cybertruck. Every model apparently will get a 17-inch touchscreen, which also should be able to move like the touchscreen in the Model S and the Model X. Have you seen how that can move? It's really cool. The Model S and the Model X touchscreen can actually move and can rotate if you want it to face the driver, or if you want it to face the passenger, or if you want it just to be straight and flat facing. So that's another cool feature of the Cybertruck. What about the dash? I think the dash, well, it initially looked a bit weird because people thought it was made of marble, but it's actually not. It's a recycled paper dash. That's pretty cool. Now, one of the most interesting revelations of the initial Cybertruck launch in 2019 was that the dash was not made from plastic, leather, or any of the usual materials used in a vehicle dash, but from recycled paper. All right, I'm nearly at my favorite feature, my absolute favorite feature in the Cybertruck. That'll come last, but first of all, the folding rear seats. That's another cool feature. I know a lot of pickup trucks already have this. I will mention a few things that this Cybertruck has that other pickup trucks don't have in a moment. Now, as far back as 2021, it's reported that the Cybertruck might feature rear seats that could fold down to enable the truck bed to be accessed from inside the cabin. We don't know if there will be a midgate. It's called a midgate if the actual back wall of the vehicle can be pulled down in order to access the truck bed. But we do know for certainty that you will be able to access the bed by pulling down the rear window inside the truck. So that's a cool feature, being able to have a pass-through. Whether the Cybertruck has a midgate, Tesla has not yet confirmed. A lot of people think it will. I thought it would, but we haven't seen 100% confirmation of that happening. But we do know that the rear window will be able to slide down, meaning you'll have access to the interior. Now, this probably will be a cool feature because you could then use the bed as a camper bed. It's quite a long tray, so you could actually use Tesla's camper mode, which heats or cools the interior of the vehicle for the bed. This would be a really cool feature for camping, wouldn't it? Because pull down that window and you've got a really big spacious vehicle in order to actually just camp out wherever you are. Now, the other thing that's cool about having a window that can slide down is that you can put longer materials inside the truck. So if you had some longer timber or something, you could put it in the bed and then have it facing inside the truck. And because there's a lot of space inside, that would mean you could have much longer things inside the bed. All right, here's another cool feature, storage under the seats. Some people might see this as a good thing, having extra storage. And Tesla is really, really good at figuring out where to put more storage. For example, the Tesla Model Y, it's got quite a bit of secret storage space, whether that's in the center console or whether it's underneath in the boot, in the underneath area. Now, the Cybertruck has heaps of extra spare spaces inside, underneath the rear seats. So you fold down those rear seats, it's going to have storage space under the seats. Then you're going to have storage space in the sails of the bed. That's extra storage space. A little bit like the Ram boxes, except they're built into the vehicle. You don't have to pay extra for the extra storage inside the side of the tray, but you actually just get that standard. Then you've got the frunk, you're going to get extra space in the frunk. So what this will mean is this will have more storage capacity by a very large margin over any other electric pickup truck that we know of. And I'll explain how that is the case in just a second. Now, in some markets, the Cybertruck will have cameras instead of side mirrors. Now, a lot of people don't know this. If you get rid of your mirrors, it improves your range by up to 5%. It sounds ridiculous, but actually it's true. So Tesla is saying that you'll be able to get digital mirrors, which I think is a feature that Audi and some other manufacturers have on some of their cars already for some markets. That hasn't been legalized in the United States, but it might eventually be. So that would be a cool feature to have. Now, Elon Musk said in 2021 that the Cybertruck's mirrors will easily be able to be removed for owners. At the present time, though, for legal reasons, if you're on like public roads, you have to have them on in America. However, in the future, that may change. Different states already vary in the number of mirrors they require a vehicle to have, with states like Oklahoma and Utah only requiring 2 mirrors rather than 3. Early prototypes of the Cybertruck design featured no side mirrors or ones with a rectangular design, but the most recent prototypes have been fitted with triangular mirrors that better fit the angular futuristic look of the truck. If the Cybertruck does indeed have removable mirrors, you may be able to just remove those and rely on the cameras inside the car, meaning you could significantly improve your range. All right, we're nearly at my coolest feature, but I like this feature because if you've got kids or passengers in the back, this is a big advantage. The rear digital screen, which is a lot like the screen in the Model S and the Model X. Tesla's rear touchscreen provides passengers with access to media and climate controls, and it's been available for a while across Tesla's range of vehicles. Well, okay, you can get it in the Tesla Model S and the Model X. Now, apparently there's a good chance that the rear screen will enable passengers to play video games, which would be awesome for entertaining your kids on long drives to get them to shut up so they don't annoy you. And also to watch movies on that rear screen, that would be cool as well. All right, armored glass. Yeah, I know the Tesla Cybertruck's glass isn't quite as bulletproof as Tesla had hoped it would be, but it's definitely much stronger than the glass on every other vehicle yet you can buy, which comes standard from a manufacturer. Now, Tesla doesn't say its glass is bulletproof or unbreakable, but it says it's extremely impact resistant. So it should be able to withstand a 1.1 pound mass being dropped on it from a height of around 15.8 inches, 90% of the time. Now, this is an impressive feat, and I think it'll save people having broken windows if you're going off-roading. You know, a lot of people who have pickup trucks, they treat them pretty harshly. So one of the advantages of the Cybertruck is also the fact that it's not made of aluminium. Now, the Ford F-150 and the F-150 Lightning, the bed is made of aluminium. So I think a stainless steel bed like what you see in the Cybertruck is a big advantage. And this comes to my final point. The Cybertruck interior is much bigger than its competition because of the fact that it has a very short front, or very short front to the car. And this means the actual pickup truck, whilst being a similar length to the Ford F-150 Lightning, it is actually got a much, much bigger tray. I think the bed size of a pickup truck really determines how practical it is. And because of the fact that Tesla's Cybertruck has a bed closure that comes all the way up to the top of the roof, it means the bed size is already bigger than its competitors, or the usable space. However, the Cybertruck bed length is longer by a long way than most of its competition. The Rivian R1T has only a 4.6 foot long bed, pretty short. The F-150 Lightning has a bed length of 5.5 feet. And the Hummer EV has a bed length of only 5 feet, whereas the Cybertruck has a bed length of 6.5 feet, meaning it's 1 foot longer than the F-150 Lightning, which is, like I said, a similar length to the Cybertruck. The other cool feature here is the Cybertruck will be able to carry a 4x8 sheet with a flip stop feature on the tailgate. This might not sound like much, but it's a big deal to a lot of people. When Tesla unveiled the Cybertruck, it confirmed the pickup truck is equipped with a full-size 6.5 foot bed. But Elon Musk also said that there would be a flip stop, which is a little flap hidden in the tailgate to prevent longer cargo from falling, making it easier to secure it to the bed. That means you can put the tailgate down, then lift the little flip stop up, and you can carry much longer things in the bed. Meaning that if you actually put the window down in the rear of the vehicle, then you put the tailgate down, you could potentially carry things as long as around 9 feet long, all whilst having the actual bed closure closed. That's another great feature of the Cybertruck, the bed closure. Having an electric automated bed closure bed tonneau cover is an awesome feature. And I love the fact that it's not actually stored inside the tray like a lot of other vehicles. It's actually stored underneath the tray. Now, we actually learned a few new things at Tesla's rodeo called the Cyber Rodeo, and those included the Cybertruck's doors will open with no door handles. Sounds weird, right? Well, actually, it's a bit more simple than it sounds. Now, we already knew the Cybertruck would come without door handles, but in a video captured by Drive Tesla, Musk was seen pressing an area on the B pillar just above the door. This area has a small white button, which appears to be capacitive based on the footage. And from a close-up photo, it appears as though you just press the button and that's how the door will open. Doesn't sound like much, but I think it's a pretty cool feature. And also means the truck is more aerodynamic. One other feature that was unveiled at the Cyber Rodeo was that the Cybertruck would have an auto opening and soft closing doors. Before Musk and Franz von Hoffenhausen drove off stage in the Cybertruck, we got to see something quite interesting. At several points during their talk, the front door of the Cybertruck could be seen automatically popping open and then soft closing after about 15 seconds. It appears as though this feature might have been triggered by Elon Musk's proximity to the door, and when the door wasn't open after a preset amount of time, it simply closed itself. What about the Cybertruck's wiper? Well, this is a very unusual feature, and I'm sure it's not on the inside of the vehicle, but it's still a cool feature. Now, while there is only one massive wiper arm on the Cybertruck, there are actually two wiper blades. The two blades can be seen on one of the Cybertrucks on display, meaning replacing them should be as easy as visiting your nearest Canadian Tire and buying two blades off the shelf. Now, if you're not in Canada, if you're in the US, then of course, just visiting your closest dealership that sells wiper blades, you could actually just simply replace them. It won't be one massive blade. What else did we learn? Well, one amazing final feature is the front bumper camera. This is actually extremely useful on a big vehicle when you can't see the actual external edges of the vehicle. The front bumper has a camera in the center. This is a big find. Hardware 4 says that there will be 12 cameras for the Model 3 and the Model Y, and it appears as though there'll be 12 cameras as well for the Cybertruck. The new camera location for the Cybertruck might have something to do with the removal of the ultrasonic sensors. However, that extra camera should enable drivers to get a view of the front bumper, enabling you to avoid hitting things. Now, there's some other really cool features of the Cybertruck that I haven't talked about yet. I'll put those in a new video when I talk about the exterior of the Cybertruck. Let me know your thoughts. Which is your favorite feature? Do you like the Cybertruck? Do you think it looks terrible? Do you think it looks great, ugly? Let me know. Thank you for watching, my friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.